So today I would like to make a little video about our place here, just to show people really on video and not just on pictures. So this is the first house. I'm on the other side of the street. The first house will have two gîtes upstairs. The middle window is the staircase. Downstairs left is the a big dining room, and on top is the attic. And on the right side it's going to be an extra bedroom for people that don't want to take the stairs. It's just going to be a bedroom with a ensuite. This is the second part, which are two apartments, downstairs and upstairs. We live upstairs right now. And this is the third house, which will be developed eventually as our living space, and it is a shop right now for Mike. Our property goes to that telephone pole, goes down all the way to the river, and on that side Mike's trucks and on that side it goes past that little pony wall you see on the ground there, which is actually a communal place where the water flows, all the water that comes from the hills. The water flows into here, which we had last year quite a bit of overflow, and that's a path that goes to the watermill at the back. That's a peach tree. Eventually, I hope this year to have nice little peaches. The main box. And then, what do we have? So we'll go down. So this is the main path I use usually to go down to the gardens, to the chickens, to the greenhouse. Sorry, because it moves. I'm trying to move as less as possible, but it's not even easy. For those who knew the container that was on the Archimedesstraat, we still have it, and we will be using it more and more. We've had a whole pile of stones delivered from friends of ours. Mike would like to make here a retaining wall, some kind of a cage, a metal cage, and put all the stones in them. So we are sorting now all the stones. You see there's piles everywhere of stones that has been sorted, and then from that pile we still have quite a bit, and after that we'll see what we want to do with the rest. This little piece has not been really developed yet. We're using it to store stuff, but that's going to be an extra little piece where we'll be maybe able to put some flowers or whatever. This is the little shed where I put all the tools. So it's not the back, it's not the toilet, but that's a little shed that Mike made us to put all the gardening tools. This is a water tank which is fed by the house and or fed by the house or fed by the tap. It's one or the other. It's rainwater or it's tap water, depending on what we have. But the two possibilities are there. You see the tubes here that are attached. This little place is a place for the raspberries. So I've cut all the raspberries this year and they are growing like crazy. I gave them a lot of compost, a lot of manure from the sheep manure that we have from friends. So I take and I'm watering them as well with coffee water, like the extra water we have from the coffee when we change it. So I think those raspberries are going to be doing really good this year. It's another little peach tree, little guy. I cut the main one because he was all tangled, but we have a small one now growing. I did open the greenhouse right now, so this is the greenhouse. Beautiful place to work in. We have another one. We have enough material to make another one, but for now we are just using this one. I have a bit of everything in there right now. This is the little table I use to do my seedlings. I have buckets of all kinds of containers and stuff like that. At the back there I have the salads growing. They are amazing, yummy. I take all the outside leaves for now, and it improves the growth of the middle. Once in a while I just pick a couple of leaves. We have a salad. At the back here I'm trying to get some turmeric and some ginger. Ginger happening. It will come, just that the nights have been so cold that it hasn't been growing yet. Last year it was working, so. And these are all the little seedlings I've been making. I planted yesterday some extra beets on the right. These are the beets at the back. Little beets that are coming up that I will have to thin, or at least put in different pots. And what's here on the front are aubergine eggplants. These are going as well pretty good. I have here another variety of beets. These are peppers. You can see that I had 3 different sorts of peppers and just one actually worked. So yesterday I seeded in those little alveoli, well, that's how we call them. I put new seeds. This is a little cabbage. These are 2 little cabbages that are eternal cabbages, so they always grow and you just eat the leaves and you pick the leaves up and they just keep on going. So I got them not really long ago. They have to make roots now because it's just a leaf actually, so that's why they look a little bit strange, but they will pick up, I'm pretty sure. These are gonna be marigolds. We have to put them everywhere in the garden. It's really good for insect control, pest controls. So I'll plant more eventually, but for now these little guys are doing good, and then I'll put them in a little bit bigger buckets, and then I'll try to plant marigolds the whole year around. These are my new tomatoes. Different kinds of tomatoes. I just put them in those little sticks, you see what I've been planting. And then this had been eaten by a mouse or something. See, I have a mouse trap, but I'm gonna close it now because I have a cat coming. So in this I've put leeks and salads again. Leeks, salads, and here there's a little palm coal that is coming up. But the rest of the seeds I've put back again. I planted new seeds to make sure that it's gonna grow. These are leeks. Eventually they will go in the garden. Here I have some cabbages which had been eaten by the mouse, so I've planted them. I seeded them again yesterday. These are going to be coriander. These are going to be calendula flowers. I've started some new rosemary, and I have started some new thyme and some sage. So I start with the plant I have in the garden, and I try to reproduce a little bit more. It's going to be chamomile plant. Here I have some coriander that is already growing. Here I have an enormous batch of parsley, which is amazing. And I do have the Annette, some kind of a dill thing as well. So this is the place to start stuff. But working here, you see, with the sides open like that, it's just an amazing place to be. This is our little Huncho. He's often with me in the garden. So I'll show you the greenhouse from the outside, because this is a really nice system that Michael has made. So I can open the side of the greenhouse when it's too warm, and it vented really good. As well, the back window can also be open. So in the summer, I really open everything because it gets really warm in here. This is a new patch we've been making. So we cut the grass. The grass was really high. I cut all the grass. I've put some seeds for Phacelia. And I just put a really thin layer of hay. So I hope the Phacelia will grow. It's going to make really nice bluish, purplish flower. It's beautiful for the bees, and at the same time, I'll be able to that's going to work up the ground, and it's going to loose it up. It's going to make it more usable, and eventually we'll see what we want to be doing in there. After that, keep on going straight. This is the chicken coop. I should have some chickens somewhere. Just open the door. So these are some of the chickens with my little girlfriend, who's coming and running after. That little white girl is my little girlfriend. They're just beautiful girls. That little white girl, you can just pick her up and cuddle. She's really nice. And these are the other ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a problem here because I should have 2 broody chickens right now, which I don't. So we'll go and see out inside what's happening. The chicken coop is actually pretty nice. It gives them a little bit of shelter. If it's raining, they can shelter a little bit here. I put the ash from the wood stove I put here on the floor so they can bathe. It's really good against fleas that they could have. And the whole place here is surrounded by trees, which give them in the summer lots of shadow, keeps them cold, and even in the winter, even if there's no leaves, it protects them from the birds that could be predators. I gave them some compost this morning. They haven't been eating it that much, but hey, it's their own choices. And we have a regular door on the chicken coop with a lock. Kind of funny. And here inside, Mike has made some places where they can climb. That's my little first broody chicken. And these are the eggs that are waiting. I had a chicken on it this morning. We'll see what's gonna happen, if she will come back or not. And they can climb here as well. and this chicken coop is separated in two, which we will probably open up and just do one chicken coop eventually, because depending on the chickens and the ducks we would like to have this year. But for now it's also a prep area for me and a store area. But I do have a lot of stuff for the planting, which is amazing. And I do have a window, so when in the summer it gets really warm, I can open up the whole space. This is just a storage place. You can see that we have a concrete floor, so the whole chicken coop is on concrete floor, which helps against mice. And you see, I have, this morning I had put little X's, because every morning then when they start brooding, I look and I remove the new eggs, and I just leave them whatever eggs has an X on them. So close the door. The little girls are back. They are working. They kind of forget once in a while there's greens somewhere. The thing is, there's nothing growing really on those patches. Eventually we'll make some little runs outside, but one thing at a time. Mike had made here little runs. Oh, Hancho wants to say hi. So there's two doors. This door leads to this patch, which is another patch where they can come to. There's a little bit of water here. They can just run around here. And you see Mike had made a system so we can unlock, push the door and close it on the other side. But I'll leave it like this right now. Put it like this. So we can develop eventually some new runs. We'll just have to buy some electric fence right now and put that for the summer, because if we have more chickens and ducks, we'll need a little bit more space. From here, I think I'll bring you directly to the river, and then so we've cut the grass which is actually pretty good, because we had a lot of mice and stuff running in the tall grass. So they do have some spaces where they can go, but that way you kind of reduce the population. That's going to be an elderberry. This is the flowers I take usually to make the syrups and the jellies. This is another patch that needs to be developed eventually, which is quite a nice patch. And this is the watermill on the other side of the river. Here we have a jacuzzi with some black places for water and bathing, some little baths. So this will be developed eventually for Hancho. This will develop eventually for the ducks. This is a quince, which I hope this year will give us some fruit. Last year we had some hail, all the flowers were destroyed. With each fruit tree, I usually put a comfrey plant at the bottom, so I can cut the leaves. I can give the tree some comfrey leaves, and I can use it for any other purposes. This goes to the river. It's actually really nice to walk here this morning. The weather is amazing. for not to fall and not to let. So Mr. Oliver. So going back up. From here you can see property. I will not take the right path, but there is a path that goes all the way around. There's another gate there. We've been gating a little bit to cut the land in pieces. And actually, all to that gate is our property. So just in front of that big, huge tree, which that tree is not in our property. So there's another gate. So there's a line running all through here. And this will eventually be developing something. But for now, we haven't done anything with it yet. Hancho's following. You want to be a star, right? So, we're gonna go back to those. I'm gonna go back to this gate, and I'll stop this video because it's like 20 minutes, and I'll start a new one.